Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss Henry Derozio's poem Song of the Hindustanee Minstrel. Now we have already completed the poems by the poets from the poet's pen, and today we are going to start the other book that is there in your syllabus, that is the Golden Treasury of Indo-Anglian Poetry. Now you have three poets from this book, and today we are going to take up the very first poet prescribed in your syllabus, that is Henry Derozio. Henry Derozio was born in 1809 and he died in 1831 at a very young age of 22. His full name is Henry Louis Vivian Derozio. He is an Anglo poet. He is half Indian and half Portuguese by birth. Derozio taught English at Hindu College in Calcutta. He was a great patriot and he founded the Young Bengal movement. Derozio loved the country, its people, and its traditions, and he has made them the subject or matter of his poetry. Derozio started writing at a very young age of 16. He wrote lyrics and sonnets and also a long narrative poem, that is the Fakir of Janjira. Derozio was greatly influenced by the Romantics, and his poetry is sensuous and passionate, like that of Keats. So today we shall take up his poem, Song of the Hindustanee Minstrel. Now, this poem was published in 1827 in Derozio's first book of poetry, and here this is a love poem in which the poet describes the beauty of his beloved, and the poem it ends on an optimistic note. Song of the Hindustanee Minstrel, a beautiful love poem in which the speaker he describes the beauty of his beloved. So here the speaker he talks about the constancy of love, and he believes that the beauty of his beloved is unsurpassable. That is, there is no one else more beautiful than his beloved. Minstrel means a musician singer. So this is actually a song which is dedicated to the beauty of the beloved of the speaker. The poem it consists of 9 stanzas, and we can say that in the first 3 stanzas the poet is talking about his beloved's beauty, and then in the next section he talks about their poor and miserable state, and then we have the final section in which the poet gets optimistic, and he feels or he strongly believes that their miserable state would come to an end someday, and whatever may be the circumstances, their love for each other would always remain. So we begin with the poem. In the first stanza, the poet describes the beauty of the eyes and the hair of his beloved. So he's talking about the beautiful eyes and beautiful hair of his beloved. With surma thing, the black eyes fringe, it will sparkle like a star. With roses dress, each raven dress, my only beloved Dildar. Okay, so surma, as we know, in Hindi, it is kajal. Surma is an Urdu word, and so the poet here he says that his beloved has beautiful eyes, and when she puts surma in her eyes, then they become more beautiful. So the surma, it enhances the beauty of the eyes of his beloved. Fringe means the border. So whenever the beloved, she puts surma in her eyes, then her eyes become more beautiful, they look more beautiful, and they just sparkle, they just shine like a star. So the poet, he makes use of a simile here. He compares the beautiful eyes of his beloved to the shining stars. With roses dress each raven tress, my only beloved Dildar. Now, the beloved, she is wearing a beautiful dress, and now he talks about the hair of his beloved. Tress means long hair, the woman's long hair. So, the beloved, she has got beautiful long hair, and they are black, they are dark black in color, and they are just as dark as the black bird. Raven is bird. So she has got long, beautiful hair, which are as dark as a black bird. My only beloved Dildar. Now he addresses his beloved as Dildar. Dildar, there's many a valued pearl in richest Oman's sea, but none, my fair Kashmirian girl, oh, none can rival thee. Now, in the second stanza, he addresses his beloved as Dildar, and he says he's talking about the precious pearls that are found in the rich sea of Oman. So, he says that the beauty of those pearls cannot rival or cannot stand against the beauty of his beloved. That is, his beloved, she is more beautiful than the pearls that are found in the Sea of Oman. So there might be many precious pearls in the rich Oman Sea, but there is none, there is not a pearl that can rival with the beauty of his beloved. He calls his beloved, it might be that the beloved, she belongs to Kashmir, she comes from Kashmir, so he addresses her as a fair Kashmirian girl. In Busra there is many a rose which many a maid may seek, but who shall find a flower which blows like that upon thy cheek? Now Busra is a place in Baghdad, that is Iraq, and it is known for its beautiful roses. And the roses of Busra are very famous. So he says that in Busra there is many a rose which many a maid may see. So the women, they might be crazy for those roses, those beautiful roses that are found in Busra. But the poet, he feels that the glow that is on the cheek of his beloved, that is more beautiful than the roses found in Bushra. So here we see that the poet makes use of a simile. Uh, he says that the beauty of the cheek of his beloved surpasses the beauty of the roses found in Busra. The speaker continues to describe the beauty of his beloved, and in the fourth stanza, he says that the song that he has written in the praise of his beloved, that would be favored or that would be appreciated by all the young people. So he says, in verdant realms beneath sunny skies, with witching minstrelsy, we will favor find in all young eyes, and all shall welcome thee. Now, verdant means greenery, and witching means charming, attractive, and minstrelsy is singing. So he says that when he would sing the song that he has made on his beloved, in which he describes the beauty of his beloved, he would sing that song in greenery beneath the sunny sky. And when he would do that, then that song would be welcomed by all the young people. All the young people would be attracted by that song, and all shall welcome thee, and all will appreciate the beauty of his beloved. Now, till here, the poet he describes the beauty of his beloved, and now in the following stanzas we will see that he talks about their poor and miserable condition. So now he says, around us now there is but the night, the heaven alone above, but soon we will dwell in cities bright, then cheer thee, love. So he says that at present, around us, now there is but the night. Now, night means darkness. So everything is dark around them right now. Why? Because they are surrounded by sorrows and miseries. So they are living a very miserable life. They are poor, and that is why they are surrounded by many sorrows. And so he says that now, right now, everything is dark around them, and only there is heaven above. But he has the hope that soon they will live in cities bright. That is, they would dwell means live. They would live in big cities. And on that note, he cheers up his beloved. He asks his beloved to cheer up. Then cheer thee, love. So he says that soon he hopes that soon their sorrows and miseries would come to an end, their poor condition would soon end, and they would live in big cities, and that is why he asks his beloved to cheer up. The heart eternally is blessed, where hope eternal springs. Then hush thy sorrows all to rest, we will tread the court of kings. So then the poet he says that our heart is forever blessed because when we are hopeful, where hope eternal springs, that is, he says that one should always keep hope, one should be hopeful that good things are going to happen. So he says that we should hope for the better, and that is why he asks his beloved to keep aside all the sorrows. Hush means to throw away, to keep aside all the sorrows, to put all the sorrows to an end. That is, he asks his beloved to leave the sorrows behind, for he has the hope that someday he will play the music in the courts of kings. We will treat the courts of kings. That is, their good days would come, and they would play the music, and he would sing about the beauty of his beloved in the court of kings. Now, the speaker, who is the lover, he's hopeful that their bad days would end soon, and soon he would live a very happy life with his beloved. So he's cheering up his beloved here. He says in the seventh stanza, in palace halls our strains we will raise, then all our songs shall flow. Come cheer thee, sweet, for better days shall dawn upon our woe. So the poet here says that soon they would play their music, and they would sing in their palace halls, and all their songs would be welcome there. And so he cheers up his beloved, and he says that their better days are soon going to come, for better days shall dawn upon our woe. Woe means sufferings. So he says that soon they will live a happy life, and soon better days would put an end to their suffering. Shall dawn upon, that is the better days, they would put an end to their sufferings. They would come out of all their miseries and sufferings, and they would live a happy life. Nay, weep not, love, thou should not weep. The world is all our home. Life's watch together we shall keep. We will love wherever we roam. Nay, weep not. Nay means no. It is the archaic word for no. That is the old English word for no. So he's asking his beloved not to weep. He says, nay, weep not. He asks his beloved not to weep. He says that she should not weep because the world is all our home, and soon the bad things are going to change for them, and the whole world would become their home. Life's watch together we shall keep, we will love wherever we roam. That is, together they are going to lead a life, and their love will always remain wherever they go, roam, wherever they go. Their love will always remain. They will be faithful to each other, and they would continue loving each other. So they will lead their life together. Like birds from land to land we will range, and with our sweet sitar, our hearts the same, though worlds may change, we will live and love Dildar. So again, in the last stanza, we see the poet making use of a simile here. He says that he, with his beloved, is going to move from land to land as the birds move, isn't it? Like birds from land to land we will range. That is, he says that both of them, they will move from one place to other, from land to land, with their music, with our own sweet sitar, that is, with their beautiful songs, with their sweet music. They will keep moving from one place to another, and our hearts the same, though worlds may change, we will live and love. But they will continue to love each other. Uh, he says that they will always be faithful and loyal to each other, and though the world may change, but their love would never change. So the poem, it ends on a very optimistic note. Optimistic means positive note. That is, the poet, he's hopeful, and he's hopeful that he will always be with his beloved. Wherever they live, they are going to lead a very happy life. So this is a beautiful love poem which is dedicated to the beloved by the lover.